Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for y'all today, it's 9 tips for gym sales prospecting. 9 tips for gym sales prospecting. It's all about keeping that pipeline full. Now, before we get into our topic today, just a quick reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can, to as many people as I can, across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel. So if you've not yet done so, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, you're looking for an acquisition, you need funding, you have an existing gym, you need funding, we can help provide funding from between $50,000 and $400,000 that is unsecured. There's no restrictions on use. The basic qualification for that program is a 680 credit score or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. You can check out the links below under financing and funding options for additional information on that program, as well as other options that we have available as well. And so with that said, let's jump into our topic here today, and it's 9 tips for gym sales prospecting. This is ultimately one of the great secrets, right? I mean, you could be one of the finest salespeople out there, but as long as that chair stays empty, it's not going to do you a whole lot of good. And you could be a 50% closer. You're good enough at driving traffic, good enough for people in the door. You can have enormous success. So this is one of the key things here. So let's go through some things. If you're having difficulty keeping your pipeline full, if you're having difficulty prospecting in and of itself, see if these tips can help. And so number 1, create an ideal prospect profile. Create an ideal prospect profile. Who is your ideal prospect? Doesn't mean that's the only person you would talk to, but who is that ideal prospect? How are you able to recognize that person? Okay, because these are the folks that when you talk to them, when we talk about being on cold to sold, cold way over here, and they're almost sold. Almost being sold. That ideal prospect is going to be closer to ready to getting started now. And it's not that we're prejudging within that, but we do want to know, what is our ideal prospect? Do we know? And does it match with really what the image of the club is, what the atmosphere of the club is, what the advertising of the club has to offer? Identify ways that you can meet your ideal prospect. Okay, and maybe the ideal prospect and ways to meet them, maybe they're member referrals, maybe they're former members. And how do you meet these folks? Well, could be email campaigns, text campaigns, could be phone calls, it could be guest passes that your current customers, give to their friends. How are you going to meet these folks? Your ideal prospect could be somebody that maybe wants to lose 20 pounds or more and maybe hasn't exercised in at least a year. What's a great way to meet them? Maybe attending networking events. Okay, you might find folks there that they want to look better, they want to feel better, they want to live longer. They haven't really felt comfortable enough to walk into the gym, and maybe getting to know you could help them do that. So, come up with ways, identify ways that you can meet your ideal prospect. You're kind of preparing that plan of action here. Okay. Number 3, this one maybe is the biggest one. You need to actively work your call list. You need to actively work your call list. Now, in most cases, I think, most folks' call list, it's in a CRM, right? Now, there's some folks that have a CRM and that's merely housing leads, and we really want to make sure that we're calling those folks and we're putting in prompts on this to call them frequently. If you're calling, every 2 months, they're going to forget about you. You need to make sure that people are staying, you want them to be at top of mind with you. Okay, is what you're trying to find here. So you have to actively work these. Don't just call folks that you think are interested, that you think are ready. The idea, and we'll talk more about this in a bit, but the idea is we want to nurture these folks. We want to help maintain interest. We want to help, maintain desire. Number 4, Send personalized emails. Send personalized emails. You can have the blast emails, the constant contacts, the MailChimps, and things like that. But when you send an email out to somebody, make it personalized. Here's one of the things that I notice it happens so often, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with doing some copy and paste where it's appropriate. But one of the things when we talk about personalized emails is maybe you copy and paste one, but then there's a different font that says, "Hi, Jim," and then here's the body of the message. Clearly, it wasn't a personalized email. You're really trying to provide value every time you talk to somebody. Okay? We want to be respectful of their time every time that we talk to someone or send something over to them via text, email, etc. Number 5 on my list, ask for referrals. Now, one of the biggest problems with referrals, either we do it intentionally or we do it unintentionally, but the customer perceives us asking them to bring in somebody who wants to join. And what you're really trying to do here, the whole focus is we're trying to solve problems for folks, right? So you remember, if they have a workout partner, they'll come in more often, they'll have more fun, they'll push themselves harder, they'll get results quicker. Even if it's a partner for one day or 1 week, a month, or a year. Okay, there's benefit in all of that. We don't really want the customer to feel like you have to bring in someone to buy. Not to say you wouldn't have incentives for that, but the overriding thing here is there's benefit in them having a workout partner. You're going to help them do it. And asking for referrals, point of sale, I encourage it. Referrals off the workout floor, I encourage it. Working your email database with your current member base, we encourage it. Set up a referral table, get some t-shirts and some giveaway items, and sit there and get referrals all day. You'll get hundreds of them probably, okay? But you want to make sure you ask for referrals. At the end of the day, referrals for your club, and probably for you, should be your number one source. If you do them right, they're not as difficult as what some folks might think. But again, the big problem that I see is your customer perceives this as you asking them to bring in somebody who wants to buy. Okay. Number 6, become a subject matter expert. Become a subject matter expert. Now, you can do this via blogging. You can do it via podcast. You can do it via video. You can do it via speaking, networking events. These are all great resources, and all resources that you should all use to really help, get the word out. But become a subject matter expert. Become an expert on your gym. Become an expert on helping people feel comfortable coming in and staying comfortable, staying focused and staying involved. But become an expert on this, okay? Put yourself, to the extent that you can, put yourself in a position where nobody can stump you, okay? You've got the answers for folks. But become an expert on this, on your gym, on how to help people get the results they're looking for, and how to really do next steps. Next on my list, you want to build a social media presence. I think probably everyone hears that. Everyone probably knows that. A social media presence is not going to be one post a week. Okay, you're going to have to do more than that because whatever number of followers you have, let's just say maybe 20% of your followers will see a post. Okay, that won't be enough. So you're going to have to do this quite a bit, at least probably 3 or 4 times a day. I would even consider setting up groups. Groups inside of Meta, Facebook. Weight loss program groups for your area. These are great ways to start attracting people, but it's people are doing searches on these things, and you wake up and you're getting 5, 10, 15, 20, new members of your group every day and getting people viewing. And I know when I look at a lot of this, I don't get too caught up in how many people are following and subscribing and all that. What you're really looking at is how many people are seeing it. Okay, you're trying to get those impressions. And so, get out there and get on social media, get involved with it. One of the big things right now, Reels is a great way to do it. Just a 1 minute video can get that job done for you. The other big thing on here that's important to talk about, number 8 on my list, is we want to be sending out, relevant content. And your content can be videos, podcasts, It can be blogs, it can be articles that you find, it can be testimonials, reviews. We want to put out relevant content to our customers. The big thing you want to remember here, when you're making contact, no matter how you're making contact, every single time, create value. Provide value every single time. It's not just, hey, do you want to buy? Now, if the conversation has gotten to that point, hey, do you want to buy? Fine, but for the most part, when you're really following up on hundreds, even thousands of prospects, it's a matter of nurturing folks. It's a matter of helping to maintain interest and desire. And then last on my list on 9 tips, for gym sales prospecting, follow up, follow up, follow up. One of the biggest problems in the industry that I see is the lack of follow-up. There's too much of one and done. Okay, stay close to your prospects. Become a resource center. You're here to help them get the results they're looking for. You're here to help them maintain interest and maintain desire. If you'll stay focused on that, and you're looking at moving them through this cold to sold continuum, you'll start to get results because you'll start getting buying signals. Hey, how much is it for childcare? Hey, how does your Group X program work? Hey, do I have to book an appointment to bring a friend? When they start asking those things, just know the interest is changing and they're getting closer. Okay, so make sure we're following up. And for you gym owners out there, that if your gym, your team is not doing a great job of follow-up perhaps, what I've seen, you can improve your business by 20%. And there's no real cost because you've already acquired, these leads. So folks, 9 tips on gym sales prospecting. Take a look at them. See which ones that maybe you can do a better job at to help take your business to that next level. So folks, again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, take a moment, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. To learn more about me, my company, and how we can help take your business to that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then for you folks who are looking to open a new gym and you need funding, you're looking to acquire a gym, you need funding. You have an existing operation, you need funding. We can help provide funding from between $50,000 and $400,000 that is unsecured, no restrictions on use. Basic qualifications, a 680 credit score or better in all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and then a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. You can check out the links below under financing and funding for more information on that program, as well as other programs that we have available too. And again, we appreciate you all being here, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.